When the Sky Was Opened, The Disappearing Dreamers. Tonight's story comes from the Twilight Zone. Rod Serling called it And When the Sky Was Opened. It aired in December of 1959, and it followed 3 American test pilots who vanished into space for 24 hours, only to return to a world that no longer remembered they ever existed. Their ship was called the X-20. Their names were Colonel Harrington, Lieutenant Clegg Forbes, and Major William Gart. And as the story unfolds one by one, they begin to disappear. Not die, disappear, until not even a photograph remains. Now on the surface, it's a story about an experimental aircraft and a missing day. But underneath, it is a parable about the mind that believes it left heaven. Her name was X-20. Her type, an experimental interceptor. A craft built to defend against an enemy that never existed. And yet, that's the human condition in miniature. A defense system soaring into illusion to intercept what God never created. The sky in this story isn't atmosphere, it's the mind. And when the sky was opened, it means the mind began to split. The seamless wholeness of heaven seemed to tear, birthing time, form, and individuality. As A Course in Miracles says, time is a trick, a sleight of hand, a vast illusion in which figures come and go as if by magic. Those figures, Harrington, Forbes, Gart, are not people. They are thought fragments, dream characters trying to stabilize an identity inside a mental hallucination. They are the 3 aspects of the split mind. Harrington is memory, the call of truth within the dream. He begins to feel it first. "I've got a very funny feeling," he says. "Like I don't belong here." That's the whisper of awakening, the part of the sun that remembers heaven and starts to fade from perception. Forbes is the witness, the mind that clings to form and demands proof. He keeps saying, "But he was here, I know he was here." The ego needs witnesses to make illusion real. As the Course reminds us, what you believe you are is what you perceive. So when no one believes in Harrington anymore, he simply vanishes. Perception withdraws its projection, and the figure dissolves. Major Gart is reason, the fragment that thinks logic can anchor truth. But reason without spirit only circles the drain of fear. When Forbes looks into the mirror and casts no reflection, the illusion is exposed. There is no body, no face, no self. And the ego screams, "You must be dead." But spirit would say, "No, you're finally alive." The 24 hours missing is symbolic of timelessness. It represents that interval outside of sequence, where guilt is suspended and the dream unravels. The men return, but they shouldn't have. They slipped through the veil, glimpsed the truth, and the ego had to erase them to restore continuity. That's why the photographs change. The hospital logs rewrite themselves, and the hangar goes empty. Forgiveness always wipes the slate of perception clean. Not because something died, but because nothing real was ever there. Each disappearance is a line of code deleted from the dream. First the friend, then the witness, finally the one who still believed he was alone. When the last thought of separation is undone, the entire program collapses. The hangar empties and the plane is gone. Time erases itself. There never was a crash, a flight, or a mission into space, only the belief that something left heaven. Rod Serling's closing narration says it perfectly. Once upon a time there was a man named Harrington, a man named Forbes, and a man named Gart. They used to exist but don't any longer. Someone or something took them somewhere. At least they are no longer part of the memory of man. The memory of man is the dream of separation itself. To disappear from it is salvation. It's the return to mind, the closing of the sky that was never truly opened. The X-20 wasn't a spacecraft. It was the thought of attack itself, the interceptor. The belief that one could defend against God by flying away from him. But there's no defense in oneness, and no one ever left. When the mind tries to intercept its own creator, the result is always the same: disappearance. Because what never truly existed cannot be destroyed, it can only be forgotten. In heaven, forgetting the world is remembering God. The moment Harrington said, "Maybe we shouldn't have come back," he spoke the truth beneath the terror. The Son of God never left. The dream just tried to write him out of his own script. And so the final scene, an empty hangar, a sheet fallen to the floor, isn't tragedy. It's resurrection. The undoing of form. The world's stage finally cleared. Only light remains. As A Course in Miracles would close the curtain, heaven is not a place nor a condition. It is merely an awareness of perfect oneness. And Rod Serling might step out of that same light and say, "The shrouds that cover mysteries are not always made out of tarpaulin. Sometimes they are made of mind." And when the sky was opened, it was never the heavens that split, only a dream that believed it could.